Between April 16th and 21st, the celestial arena is set to become a dynamic stage for profound transformation, both within and around us. This period is not merely about the predictable passage of days, but rather a powerful activation of cosmic energy, led by the moon, which stands as the primary emotional guide amid the swirling planetary influences. During these days, the alignment of the heavens is set to trigger deep inner shifts and significant outer changes, affecting personal experiences as well as collective circumstances. The moon's role is particularly significant, as its phases and transit govern our emotional tides and subconscious impulses, thereby orchestrating the underlying forces that invite us to reassess and renew our inner world. In addition to the lunar influence, key planetary transits further enrich and complicate this transformative process. One notable transit is the entry of Mercury into the bold and pioneering sign of Aries. This movement injects a burst of assertive communication and quick decision-making into the already charged atmosphere. Mercury in Aries is often associated with direct expression, rapid thought processes, and a fearless sharing of ideas, which can be both invigorating and challenging. For those whose natural tendencies lean toward introspection, this alignment encourages individuals to confront outdated patterns of thinking and communication that may have held them back in the past. By doing so, it opens the door to decisive changes that foster not only personal growth, but also innovative approaches to overcoming obstacles in various aspects of life. Moreover, the gravitational pull of other significant celestial bodies like Pluto, Mars, Saturn, and Rahu adds layers of complexity and intensity to the overall energy of the week. Pluto's transformative power, Mars's assertive drive, Saturn's lessons of discipline and structure, and Rahu's enigmatic influence on ambition and desire collectively weave a tapestry of transformative potential that is both challenging and rich with opportunity. These influences are known to stir deep emotions, catalyze shifts in personal and professional relationships, and even affect practical areas such as career, finances, and overall purpose. For instance, while the assertive energy of Mars can inspire proactive action and determination, it may also create friction or tension if left unchecked. Similarly, Saturn's call for structure and discipline may compel a re-examination of long-held commitments and responsibilities, prompting necessary recalibrations that lead to lasting improvements in how one manages life's challenges. Overall, this period is much more than a passage of time. It is a cosmic catalyst that invites us to explore and embrace profound transformations. It is a call to harness the fierce energies of the cosmos to initiate a rebirth of our inner self and external reality, forging a future that is increasingly aligned with our most authentic aspirations and values. During this transformative period, the moon emerges as a silent but potent guide, subtly orchestrating the ebb and flow of our emotional tides in ways that profoundly affect our inner landscape and our interactions with the outer world. Acting as a celestial conductor, the moon influences every layer of our experience, from fleeting thoughts and impulses to deep, often unexpected awakenings that stir long-hidden emotions. Its gravitational pull not only directs our mood and emotional responses, but also acts as a catalyst for a more intimate connection with our subconscious selves, urging us to explore and acknowledge feelings that might otherwise remain buried. As we navigate this time, heightened sensitivity becomes a central theme. The emotions we experience are not just stronger, but also more varied, encompassing a spectrum that spans tenderness and vulnerability to bursts of empathy, while sometimes revealing undercurrents of jealousy and possessiveness. This range of emotional intensity, although challenging, is imbued with the potential for significant healing, as each raw emotional outburst acts as an invitation to scrutinize and ultimately mend deep-seated wounds that may have stifled our personal growth over time. Rather than viewing these emotional surges as mere disruptions, the narrative encourages us to embrace them as opportunities, a sort of emotional alchemy where pain transforms into insight, and vulnerability becomes the cornerstone for authentic connection and healing. In this light, every tear shed, every moment of anger, and every instinctive reaction is seen as a stepping stone toward a more complete understanding of ourselves, urging us to confront aspects of our inner world that demand attention and care. The interplay between our vulnerability and the moon's guiding influence creates a dynamic and fertile environment for both personal and spiritual evolution. As these moments of intense feeling arise, they invite introspection and the possibility of transformative release, enabling us to let go of outdated patterns and emotional baggage. The process is not without its discomfort, as the exposure of hidden layers of our psyche can feel both overwhelming and disorienting. However, within this turmoil lies an invaluable lesson: the understanding that our sensitivity, far from being a weakness, is actually a profound source of strength and clarity. In essence, this period serves as a reminder that when we allow ourselves to feel deeply, we open the door to an authentic healing process that not only cleanses old wounds, but also paves the way for new beginnings, ultimately steering us toward a greater sense of inner balance and a more awakened state of being. Between April 16th and April 21st, the celestial tapestry unfolds with each day, offering a unique blend of transformative energies that invite us into deeper realms of self-awareness and authentic connection. On April 16th, the moon's passage through Scorpio, specifically within the Anuradha nakshatra, acts as a powerful magnet drawing our attention to the qualities of friendship, commitment, and profound emotional bonding. This lunar influence inspires us to search beyond the superficial layers of our interactions, urging us to nurture relationships with honesty and vulnerability, and to forge connections that are as deep as they are enduring. Simultaneously, Mercury enters Aries, injecting an element of spirited communication into the mix. This transit of Mercury encourages us to express our thoughts in a clear, bold, and unfiltered manner, symbolizing a period when our words carry an assertive energy. However, this direct mode of communication, while refreshing and liberating, also poses the risk of misunderstanding if the inherent sensitivity of the Scorpio moon is not taken into account, as its intense emotional currents demand a more empathetic and mindful exchange. Transitioning into April 17th, the moon's journey continues its sojourn in Scorpio, this time entering the Jesta nakshatra, where the focus shifts to the power of manifestation and intention setting. During this day, the energies of Scorpio not only unveil the hidden aspects of our inner worlds, but also catalyze our ability to transform our desires into reality. The dynamic influence of Jesta highlights the dual nature of our relationships, simultaneously nurturing bonds and revealing tendencies toward control. This dual energy prompts us to examine our interactions closely, balancing tenderness with assertiveness as we navigate the fine line between caring for others and preserving our personal autonomy, thereby allowing both sides of our nature to flourish and evolve. As the week continues on April 18th, the moon moves into Sagittarius and resides within the Mula Nakshatra, igniting an intense quest for fundamental truths and inner cleansing. In this phase, the vibrant, exploratory energy of Sagittarius compels us to confront entrenched patterns, old traumas, and repressed emotions that have long been buried beneath our conscious awareness. Although this inward journey may feel disruptive and even unsettling, it serves as an essential catalyst for personal transformation. The energy of Mula forces us to let go of what no longer serves us, pushing us toward a renewal of spirit, much like pruning a garden to enable new growth. In the process, every painful memory and every restrictive habit becomes an opportunity to liberate ourselves, paving the way for a lighter, more authentic existence. On April 19th, as the moon continues its course in Sagittarius before transitioning into the Puva Ashada Nakshatra, we find ourselves encouraged to open our hearts and express our emotions with sincerity and clarity. This particular transit fosters a spirit of honest and transparent communication that can mend old wounds and build bridges where there were once walls. The energy of this day is also reflected in the practical realm. As we work on improving our living spaces or dedicate attention to our health and well-being, the physical changes mirror the internal shifts taking place, thus harmonizing our external environment with our inner transformations. Approaching April 20th, the lunar influence shifts as the moon enters Capricorn, settling into the Uttara Ashada Nakshatra, where it imparts a more serious, grounded, and methodical vibe. This Capricornian energy calls on us to adopt a more structured and realistic approach to our lives, inviting us to address any lingering issues from the past that may resurface with renewed intensity. Although such emotional tensions and the resurfacing of unresolved matters can be challenging, they also offer a chance for catharsis. On this day, creativity, particularly through writing and other forms of artistic expression, provides a vital outlet for navigating the depth of our feelings. By channeling our emotions into creative pursuits, we are not only able to process and understand our inner turmoils, but also to transform them into something meaningful that contributes to our ongoing evolution. Finally, on April 21st, the moon continues its sojourn in Capricorn as it shifts into the Shravana Nakshatra, a phase characterized by calm reflection, empathetic listening, and the fostering of harmonious relationships. The energy of Shravana inspires us to connect on a deeper level, promoting understanding and mutual support through thoughtful and measured dialogue. However, this day is further charged by a significant planetary occurrence, the conjunction of Saturn and Rahu, which signals that the transformative energy experienced on a personal level may also extend to the broader, global arena. This powerful alignment serves as a reminder that our individual transformations are interwoven with the fabric of collective evolution, as the disciplined influence of Saturn combined with the unconventional energy of Rahu challenges us to balance tradition with innovation in our pursuit of progress. Collectively, the array of astrological themes spanning these days weaves a rich narrative that embodies the interplay between our inner lives and the external forces that shape our destiny. From the emotionally charged, intimate energies of Scorpio to the expansive, truth-seeking drive of Sagittarius, culminating in the disciplined, goal-oriented energy of Capricorn, each day offers a distinct invitation to explore a facet of our being and to engage with the world around us in a manner that is both authentic and transformative. The interplay of these celestial influences provides a roadmap for navigating the complexities of relationships, communication, and personal growth, urging us to embrace vulnerability, harness the power of thoughtful expression, and commit to the arduous yet ultimately rewarding task of inner cleansing and renewal. In essence, this period is not merely a series of isolated astrological events, but a continuous, unfolding journey that guides us towards a more integrated and awakened existence. It calls upon us to balance boldness with sensitivity, action with reflection, and individual healing with collective evolution, ensuring that every challenge we face ultimately contributes to the creation of a more cohesive, resilient, and enlightened self, a self that emerges stronger, wiser, and more connected to both our inner truth and the larger cosmic order. Navigating through the swirling energies of transformation calls for a holistic approach that nurtures both the inner self and one's external relationships, and as such, this guidance emphasizes the importance of engaging in consistent inner work and reflection through practices like journaling, meditation, and deep self-analysis. By setting aside time each day to document your thoughts and emotional responses, you create a private space that not only serves as a therapeutic outlet, but also as a mirror reflecting your inner journey, allowing you to identify recurring patterns and insights that might otherwise remain hidden beneath the surface. Meditation further supports this journey by cultivating mindfulness and the capacity to observe your emotions and impulses without immediate reaction, enabling you to gradually develop a more balanced and peaceful state of mind. This process of self-reflection, though it can sometimes unveil uncomfortable truths, is crucial for understanding the surges of emotion and the insights that accompany periods of intense change, ultimately empowering you to recognize and manage these currents with greater clarity and confidence. As you delve deeper into this process, it is also essential to embrace change rather than resist it, accepting that the tumultuous energy you experience is a natural and necessary aspect of growth. Change, in its very essence, signals progress, and the opportunity to transform what may initially appear as challenges into stepping stones toward a more authentic version of yourself. In these moments, instead of clinging to the familiar, it is beneficial to adopt a mindset that views disruption as a catalyst for reinvention. Each challenge presents an opportunity to shed outdated habits, beliefs, or attachments, thereby making room for new, healthier patterns to emerge. This philosophical shift from resistance to acceptance enables you to navigate the complexities of transformation with greater ease, as you learn that every upheaval is ultimately steering you toward deeper self-awareness and a more vibrant, evolving life experience. Parallel to the introspective work of inner transformation is the importance of practical self-care, which underpins your physical and mental well-being during periods of energetic flux. Establishing a healthy routine that incorporates regular exercise, a balanced diet, and other self-care practices is not merely about maintaining physical fitness, but also about creating a stable foundation that supports mental equilibrium. When you engage in physical activity, for instance, you generate endorphins and alleviate stress, while a nutritious diet fuels your body with the energy it needs to keep pace with emotional and mental demands. These practical self-care habits operate as anchors amid the stormy seas of transformation, ensuring that even as you explore the depths of your inner self, you remain grounded and resilient in the face of external pressures. Equally important in this journey is the way you nurture and manage your relationships. As you experience heightened emotional awareness and sensitivity, the practice of active listening and the respectful acknowledgement of others' perspectives becomes indispensable. By genuinely engaging with those around you and cultivating a communication style that prioritizes empathy and understanding, you deepen your interpersonal bonds and create a supportive network that can cushion and amplify your personal growth. Mindful communication in this context is especially critical. While it may be tempting to express your thoughts and feelings in a straightforward or even blunt manner, balancing this clarity with an awareness of the emotional contexts of others helps to prevent misunderstandings and potential conflicts during periods of high intensity. Thus, embracing the dual task of both expressing yourself boldly and simultaneously remaining sensitive to the feelings of those with whom you interact ensures that your relationships remain nurturing and constructive, rather than becoming sources of further stress or discord. This delicate balance between clear, assertive expression and empathetic sensitivity is a cornerstone of effective communication during transformative periods. On one hand, directness can help to clarify intentions and establish boundaries, but without the tempering influence of sensitivity, such directness might lead to unintended hurt or isolation, undermining the very connections that sustain your personal growth. Recognizing the need for this equilibrium, you are encouraged to continuously gauge your interactions, ensuring that while you assert your own truths and necessities, you also actively invite the viewpoints and emotional states of those around you into the conversation, fostering an atmosphere in which mutual respect and understanding prevail. Ultimately, this guidance for navigating energetic transformation is an invitation to undertake an integrated approach to personal evolution, one where the introspective practices of journaling, meditation, and self-reflection work in tandem with the external practices of self-care, balanced communication, and relationship nurturing. Embracing change as inherently part of the journey requires not only a willingness to shed the old, but also the courage to build new habits and relationships that reflect the evolving nature of your inner truth. In this way, every aspect of your life, from the quiet solitude of personal reflection to the dynamic exchange of ideas and emotions with others, can become a part of a larger, more coherent process of healing and growth, allowing you to harness transformative energies and turn every challenge into an opportunity for progress and self-realization. The transformative journey described here is a profound exploration of personal and spiritual growth that unfolds through a series of challenging yet enlightening experiences, each serving as a vital stepping stone toward awakening. Every difficult emotional encounter is not merely a moment of pain or struggle. Rather, it represents a critical opportunity to shed old, limiting patterns and behaviors, thereby clearing the path for a renewed sense of inner clarity and authenticity. This process of awakening is about facing and embracing the parts of ourselves that we have long ignored or suppressed, understanding that each confrontation, no matter how painful, is an essential part of our evolutionary journey. In confronting these difficult experiences, we gradually learn to release the burden of past traumas and outdated habits, paving the way for a fresh, rejuvenated self that is more in tune with our deeper truths. Central to this journey is the idea of trusting the process, even when the path is riddled with turmoil and disruptions. Trust, in this context, is both a call to patience and an invitation to let go of the desperate need for immediate resolution. It is about recognizing that every moment of inner turmoil is orchestrated with a higher purpose, guiding us to a place where our true, resilient nature can emerge. There is an inherent wisdom in experiencing life's challenges, as they ultimately strengthen our capacity for self-awareness and fortify our emotional and spiritual foundations. By cultivating patience and allowing ourselves the time needed to heal, we learn to appreciate that these challenging phases, though distressing at the moment, contribute significantly to the emergence of a stronger, more authentic self. This renewed version of who we are is not shaped by avoidance or stagnation, but rather by the courage to face our vulnerabilities head-on and the determination to move beyond them. Moreover, this personal metamorphosis is not an isolated event. It is intricately woven into the broader fabric of a universal shift that is taking place on a global scale. The astrological dynamics at play are reflective of a larger, collective evolution, a move toward a more conscious and balanced future that encompasses not just individual transformation, but also societal and global renewal. In this light, our inner struggles and moments of enlightenment are part of a synchronized process that unites us with the cosmic rhythm of change. The energy that drives our personal transformations is the same energy that inspires collective awakening and progress, signaling a time when humanity as a whole is called to evolve. This universal shift implies that every breakthrough and every instance of letting go on a personal level contributes to a larger movement toward harmony, balance, and consciousness on a planetary scale. In essence, the narrative of the transformative journey is both a deeply personal account of overcoming internal barriers and a broader commentary on the evolution of human consciousness. It reminds us that the path to awakening is fraught with challenges, yet each challenge is imbued with the potential for profound growth. The message is clear. Through the process of confronting and releasing old patterns, trusting in the gradual unfolding of life's journey, and recognizing our interconnection with a global wave of transformation, we ultimately find the strength to rise above adversity and step into a more integrated, authentic existence. This journey is an invitation to embrace every aspect of our experience, both the pain and the joy, as essential elements of the continual process of becoming, wherein each moment of difficulty plants the seeds for future breakthroughs and contributes to the creation of a more conscious, enlightened world.